Hello tarot friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Balsamic Moon Tarot, and today's pick a card reading is simply a message from your guides. Whatever message needs to come through at this time, that's what I will do my best to channel for you. So we have 3 cards already selected here. I'll turn them over and we'll see what 3 options we have. We have the Nectar, the archetype known as the Nectar. Beautiful card. For pile 2, we have the Mystic. Awesome. I love this card, the Mystic. And for pile 3, we have the Pilgrim. So take a moment, take a few deep breaths, pause and reflect, and choose the card that speaks to you. Choose the card that appeals to you. And feel free to skip ahead to the timestamp in the description box below. See you at your reading. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to share a message from your guides, and you selected the archetype card, the Nectar. There's a message about healing here. There's a message about recognizing, really taking that time to go within and follow the intuition of your heart, mind, and body. Okay, so synthesizing the signs from your entire being that are telling you how to heal. They're giving you signs, they're giving you clues as to what you can do, what you can ingest, and what you can reflect upon for healing. Okay, so your guides want you to know there is healing available, but you may have been overlooking it. So there are alternative methods of healing, not necessarily medicinal, okay, but even activities, even relationships that are healing that you might have been overlooking up until this moment. But it's very important for you at this moment to prioritize your healing and to really set an intention for this healing. Okay, so let's turn this card over. We have Voyage here. Wow, I love this card. Beautiful, peaceful, serene card. It's like the voyage that, see, I feel like this is an inner voyage. It's a spiritual voyage. It's not so much the voyage about exploring the world, but the voyage about exploring your own inner mysteries, you know, the mysteries within you, and the voyage to understand your journey, right? To understand why you're even here. Why did you, as a soul, decide to incarnate here at this time? All right, let's keep going. So the message from your guides, What can we tell pile 1? Can you please clarify for pile 1? A voyage for healing. I'm getting for some of you that you have actually been planning a trip in order to do some healing. So it might be either a retreat or even some kind of treatment that you've been planning for. This is, if that is you, this message is a confirmation that you're doing the right thing, you're on the right path, and that you're going to be safe. Okay, so we have the 2 of Cups, we have the Temperance, we have the Emperor, wow, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, this is amazing. Very strong, clear message here about healing. Okay, you can't see all those cards, can you? So let me go ahead and move these over. Yeah, totally. Lovely, beautiful message. I love. Wow. Pile one, very, very awesome message here. So it's like, it's really clear. Okay, you have support. Your guides just want you to know this. You have support in your healing. And there is definitely a relationship here. If you're not in a relationship now, if you can't think of like someone in your life that is incredibly important and supportive of you, I think that that person is going to show up very soon. And this person is, they're authoritative, but they're not at all bossy, controlling, domineering. This is someone who has like the patience of a saint, okay? And yet they have so much authority, they have so much to offer. This is not just this is support in the form of like emotional support, someone who's wise, someone who's mature, someone who is very nurturing and protective. So this is emotional support, but I do feel like there's also support in a very specific way, like skilled, someone who's skilled at some kind of healing modality. So this could be a therapist, this could be a counselor, it could also be a a mentor of some sort, even someone who's very artistic or sensitive and creative, and you really admire how they have utilized their creative gifts to create, to build a life of stability and security. Okay, so that could be what you admire in them. But for sure, I am seeing a very powerful and deep connection here. Now, again, not necessarily romantic. I feel like this is definitely still talking about healing, healing an ailment or healing, healing past trauma, healing psychological wounds. Okay, I don't see this as a romantic connection. I see this as either a patient and doctor, or patient and caregiver relationship, or a mentor mentee relationship. Okay, someone who has a lot to offer in terms of teaching you how to heal yourself. Okay, so yeah, your guides want you to know that, this, either this is showing up in your life now, and it's affirmation of what you already know, that this person is such a big benefit to you, or it's your guides just telling you simply that this person is around the corner, this energy is going to come into your life soon. I also want to talk about just all this cup energy with the Emperor. Okay, this talks a lot about alchemy, this talks a lot about the power of transformation, inner transformation. So I do think the voyage, which does really resonate with that King of Cups. Okay, we have two whales, and we have I believe these are humpback whales, but we have a like a what I think is a parent whale and a child whale. So we have the relationship showing up here too, right? And so I do think that for some of you, there is tremendous healing of a relationship from your childhood. So it could be a parent, or someone who helped raise you, someone who you really, again, was, someone who had such an influence on you, someone very influential on you. I think maybe your relationship with them is now being repaired. So again, if you let's say my first message about the counselor or the healer or the doctor, let's say that's not you, and you don't really see that in your life, it's also possible that what this healing is about is healing the past. It's healing your relationship to like a father figure or an influential figure. Now, in this case, I don't necessarily see the parent in your life today, or This person could have passed on, but it's your memory, right? It's you transforming and healing what that separation or what that wound had how that influenced you. And so you're transforming and alchemizing that past pain into something um, beautiful and new, and something that feels like a gift. So it's like if you had thought something was a curse, if you had felt cursed because of your childhood, that is now transforming into feeling gifted. The voyage again is speaking to that journey of self-discovery, self-transformation. Wow. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely, I still, I see a lot of interchanges for you, pile one. Okay, so we have the artist that showed up here. If you are a creative person, if you are an artistic person, you are I think you're creating something very new. You're alchemizing something very personal to you, and you're alchemizing it into a creative expression. That's awesome. I love that for you. Whether it's artistic, whether it's psychological, or medical, or physical, there's a healing journey here that is transforming you from the inside out. We have the doula. Lovely. So in this deck, the doula is the Empress. What is normally the Empress, it's conceptualized as the doula. If you don't know what a doula is like not necessarily a midwife, but someone who advocates, who accompanies, who guides you through the process of birth, okay, childbirth. So for expectant mothers, the doula is there to really offer wisdom and guidance and support, definitely support, as you go through the process of pregnancy and childbirth and early parenting. So again, we have the theme of parenting, and we have the theme of healing, right? Healing and growth. And here we have the Four of Spirals, which is usually called the Four of Wands. But I love how it's depicting these sensitive ferns. I'm pretty sure these are sensitive ferns. Let me take a look at the guidebook here. As well as these hands clasped together. So there is, again, the emphasis on relationship. And with the doula and the emperor showing up together, right? Again, there is a relationship showing up. Let's talk about the Four of Spirals. What is that plant? Yeah, oh, fiddlehead ferns. Okay, yeah, fiddlehead ferns. The hands are intertwined, holding one another up. And in the background, a full moon glows. All flourishing is mutual. That's a quote from the book Braiding Sweetgrass. Wow, yeah. So again, the reparation, the restoration of a relationship that might have been wounded or separated, right? The trauma of separation or the trauma of wounding from childhood or from the past, that is being restored here. And again, I don't think it's necessarily about the person themselves being in your life. It's really like you reconnecting with that wounded side of yourself. So it could certainly be a reunion and a reunion and repairing a relationship in the physical realm, in the 3D. But I think more importantly, it is that inner transformation for you. It's about finding that peace within yourself to heal that rift, to heal that woundedness in yourself, and really taking up that mantle of self-care, self-parenting, self-guidance, being your own parent. Okay, learning how to be your own parent. Maybe you didn't have parents that really knew how to advocate for you, that really understood you, that were attuned to you. So now you're realizing, well, this is something I can offer myself. I don't have to wait for someone to do this. I actually have this power within me. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that message for you. So pile 1, again, very beautiful message of healing here, but love, right? Love flowing in your life, love flowing in the rest, that healing of inner conflict, healing of inner separation, or rather abandonment, right? Like even the healing of abandonment wounds, that is now being addressed. And whether it's in the form of therapy or art or a mentor, a relationship, whatever form this is taking in your life, your guides just simply want you to know that this is a beautiful, powerful journey you're on, and to keep going. They're just encouraging you that what you're doing is truly on the right path for you. We have the Two of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups. So much, right? So much love and support is flowing in your direction. Wow, I'm gonna pull, let's see, let's just use this deck to get one more message for you before I end this reading. What is the final closing message for pile 1? What for pile 1's guides? What is the last message they would like to leave you with? Advice, encouragement, a sign. Okay. Abundance. Wow, we have the whale again. So, perhaps the whale is an animal that really inspires you, that you feel connected to. So this is a confirmation, but also be on the lookout for the whale in your own life. After this reading, be on the lookout for the whale as further confirmation of this message. Your guides want you to know that abundance surrounds you, okay? In the same way that the whale is at home in the deep sea, so they want you to feel at home in the whole world. You can be safe, you can be cared for, you can be comforted no matter where you are in this lifetime. It's all about, tapping into the abundance of the universe, okay? Even though we have limitations in the physical world, there is the abundance within the spiritual world. There is the abundance of eternal love in the spirit world, okay? So your guides just want you to know that they're always with you. They're always here to protect you and guide you. All you have to do is tap into it. Ask, open your heart, open your eyes to them. Ask for their help, ask for their guidance, okay? Pile 1, beautiful message for you today. Thank you so much for joining and bringing your energy to this reading, and take care, pile 1. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. We are going to simply find out what is the message from your guides at this time. Okay, whatever message needs to come through. You selected the archetype, the mystic. I love this card. I love moths in general, and this is depicting a moth, attracted to the flame, right? A moth attracted to the light. But the moth also exists in the darkness. The moth is at home at night in the darkness. So as the mystic, I feel like you are someone who is very comfortable being, it's not so much comfort, it's simply that you feel at home. You feel at home in the shadow to an extent, right? Lurking in the shadow, exploring mysteries, exploring topics that are either considered taboo or a bit frightful to some people. But you have the gift of transmutation, okay? And that's what the mystic offers us. It's the mystic, according to the guidebook, the mystic relates to Shiva. Shiva, who transmutes poison into nectar. So it shows how the destruction, the cycle of creation is related to the cycle of destruction. That which destroys us also makes us stronger, right? So I believe you have a very powerful attunement to the shadow realm, but not in a way that is as worrisome as maybe some people see, but more like you find inspiration in the shadow, and that inspiration fuels you. It fuels your life somehow. Okay, so that's what I'm getting first for you. Take whatever resonates, you know. This reading is going to be as general as possible, but if I do pick up anything very specific, I will share that. So for your first card, we have the card Focus, and we have the leopard. We have the snow leopard. So, you know, interesting. This is, again, showing how much grit you have, because this is somebody who can, this is someone who can feel comfortable in discomfort, okay? You can feel fine and comfortable without being, you know, placated. Is that the word? Like you seek out opportunities to challenge yourself. You seek out opportunities to test your limits. And with the snow leopard here, also, this is about someone who accomplishes great things because of your focus, your determination, your persistence, your perseverance, okay? This is a hunter and someone who's hunting in very difficult conditions, okay? But it shows prowess. It shows a gift of opportunity seeking, right? Someone who is definitely an opportunist, but only in the, for what I'm seeing, it's in the spiritual sense. It's always seeking out opportunities to grow your experience of the world, of life on planet Earth. You don't want to leave any experience unturned because you're fearful. You're drawn precisely to experiences that you might actually fear at first, but you see that there's powerful, there's a power, there's a potent, there's a potent source of like growth and strength that comes from that, okay? So wow, getting a lot already from just these two cards. So let's see what your message is. What is the message from your guides today? What do they want you to know? We have the Five of Wands. We have the Five of Wands again, you know, struggle. Someone who is used to the struggle, someone who has always had to struggle. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Queen of Cups. I like that. Wow, we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, can I get a couple more, please? Pile 2. Okay, let me make sure you can see all of this. We have the Seven of Wands, and wow, we have the High Priestess here. Yeah, so very mystical energy. We have a very strong alignment to the Divine Feminine, particularly the expression of the Divine Feminine that is like the High Priestess, like the Sphinx. You don't feel the need to share or reveal so much about yourself. You prefer to be a bit reserved and observe, okay? You're a very shrewd observer of human relationships, interactions. You probably give a lot of wisdom to your friends, actually, when they have their own relationship troubles. You're probably a very good advisor on that, because you just see through. You see through a lot of misconceptions. You see through a lot of phoniness, right? So the message I'm getting here first, with the Five of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and these two queens. This is interesting, actually. I see these two queens as I see this as a different, an outside energy. So I think you are more like the Queen of Cups here. Is that really the case, though? Because the Queen of Wands. This is interesting. I feel like there is a person in your life, you know, a feminine energy, could be a sibling, could be a colleague, but it's interesting because I feel like you have a relationship that can be quite tumultuous at times, but it's a challenging relationship that also offers a lot of growth and in a way offers stability. It's like you trust this person. You trust this person because you trust their opinion, you trust their judgment. But you're a bit uncomfortable around this person because you don't always see eye to eye, and you don't always have like the same approach or mannerisms or temperament. Okay, you both have temperaments that are kind of different from each other. However, I do think that this person has a mystical quality like yours. You're both very intuitive. You're both very creative, even, and sensitive. But I think this person just somehow pushes your buttons, okay? And so your guides want you to know that, you know, this relationship offers challenges, but it also offers growth. And the key is to not get sucked into any cycles that, you know, patterns, right? Any patterns of disagreement that kind of keep you in a stuck in a feedback loop, kind of mindlessly. All right, so they're telling you sort of be on alert, pay attention, don't revert to pettiness or passive aggressive disagreements. You know, be on alert and be take the focus, take the energy back into yourself. Withdraw it, okay? The High Priestess, this is about withdrawing energy here. The Seven of Wands, this is about having a personal barrier, a defense, a way to defend yourself, okay? And in this case, I do think it's warranted because I see some energy kind of getting sucked into the whatever the disagreement is, or whatever the discord, you know, it's like not having the same chemistry, all right? There's some kind of discord here. But again, I don't think this is discord or disagreement that needs to derail you. It's kind of small potatoes is how I'd say, how I'd put it, right? It's like it's small potatoes, therefore you don't need to give it the energy that you've been giving it. You don't need to give this person the attention that you've been giving them. You can withdraw your energy, you can withdraw your attention, and bring that focus back into the things that really, truly energize you, inspire you, and bring back that, just bring you back to your inner core, your inner stability, okay? Remember that the High Priestess is very comfortable in her own skin. She doesn't need, you know, she doesn't need validation from the outside world. She doesn't need validation from any single person. She's committed and devout, okay? She's committed to this path of spiritual seeking. She's committed to alignment with the divine, okay? And again, we have focus here, right? So it is, again, this reminder, this message from your guides is talking about where you put your focus on. Where your focus is where energy grows. It's what you're manifesting, okay? So turn the focus back to oneself, turn the focus inward, and don't be so distracted by the energy of this person who at times they're very bright. You know, this is the moth to the flame, right? At times they're very bright, they're very magnetic, they're very appealing, they're very alluring or exciting, okay? I think sometimes this could be someone who you feel like you're a bit of a stick in the mud, and they're more like the fun, outgoing person, maybe. You know, maybe it could be that. But it's important to remember that, you know, you have your own needs, you have your own goals, And in order to achieve those goals, you have to be focused, and you have to recognize kind of energy sucks where they are. You have to recognize mindless repetitions of just self-defeating behaviors or self-fulfilling prophecies that keep you stuck in some kind of pattern, okay, some kind of holding pattern. We have the King of Swords. We have the Devil card. Yeah, I'm hearing the devil is in the details. So it's about paying attention to, this could even be at work. This could be a work colleague. This could be a boss. It's like paying attention to how things really add up. Okay, it's having a calculus here. Sometimes we are in relationships that are incredibly fun and enthralling, and we have, it's like an adventure, and the person just takes us on this constant adventure. There's always something new and exciting. But when does that turn into just drama? When does it turn into this person just constantly needing your attention? It's all about the details. It's about, like, how is this somebody who respects your boundaries, or do you have to constantly reassert your boundaries? Okay, it's understanding that, seeing it in the small actions, small comments, okay, microaggressions, seeing if there are microaggressions that exist. And you don't need to be paranoid, you just need to be aware. Okay, so it's about the King of Swords cutting through the BS and cutting through the drama and calculating, what is the picture that's actually adding up? What's the bigger picture here? Because again, what I'm seeing is there could be some kind of pattern that is keeping you a bit stuck in this energy cycle, energy loop, that's not really fulfilling you. It's not moving you forward. But with the focus card here, with that snow leopard, you are meant to keep moving forward. You're meant to have forward progression. You're meant to have progress, advancement, momentum, okay? To build up that momentum, it's about plugging the energy drains, okay? Okay, pile 2, I think, yeah, your guides just really want you to be aware of this if you aren't already. But if you've been becoming aware of it, this is just a strong affirmation, and I think you know what you need to do and the steps you need to take to simply protect yourself from, energetically and mindfully protect yourself from another person's, like, need for attention or their need for drama. Okay, so we have the dream. I'll put this here. We have the Seven of Blades, Seven of Swords, and we have the Student of Blades, okay, the Page of Swords. So yeah, what I'm seeing, pile 2. So the dream is really important here because the dream relates to focus. You got to take that focus back to your dream. What do you want for yourself? What do you want for yourself that has nothing to do with this person? It's not, it's not about their dream. It's not about their goals or their, even the opportunities that they're offering you. Maybe sometimes you think about, oh, I could just do this if that person, it's like you're kind of scheming, like, oh, maybe we could do this together, we collaborate on this together, and then success. This is saying, you got to take the focus back on your own dream and really investigate and ask yourself, what are you trying to get out of this? And is there really a path to success here? This is about information gathering. This is about balancing information as well. You might be talking to people who are giving you different points of view. They're, maybe they're telling you different sides of a story. So that's what I'm seeing here. This person may be, the person you're dealing with may be someone who likes to tell a good story, someone who likes to talk your ear off. You got to balance that with the viewpoints of other people in their orbit, and just really use good judgment here, okay? So again, take the focus back to your dream, your goals. What is your agenda? Because you have an agenda that's worth pursuing here, and you don't want to, you know, get so distracted or so daunted even by by drama that someone else is creating. It's not even drama you're creating. You know, you may have been sustaining it, but you're not actually the source. You're not the creator of this drama. You know, this cycle of drama, right? So yeah, pile 2, I think that's a pretty clear message for you. Again, just take what resonates. This may not be your message if and that's totally fine. But yeah, if this resonates with you, I think the advice is pretty clear. It's about, again, withdrawing your energy, taking your focus, putting it back on yourself, and just not getting sucked into that cycle. So I picked up this deck and I see Attract Through Glow, which is really cool because it goes back to that Mystic card, right? It goes back to, if you are the mystic and you are drawn to the shadowy realms, and you know, it might even be the occult, you know, it might be again, taboo subjects, or exploring the mysteries of the spirit world. If that's who you are, take that focus back on this path you're on, and you know, again, fortify yourself, protect yourself, okay? Attract through glow. This is about surrounding yourself in a white light, and understanding, right? Knowing that when you are protected, knowing that, no, it's like the energy vampire. They have to be invited. So it's about having that boundary. You can traverse through the shadowy realms, you can traverse through taboo subjects, but you're not going to let that darkness permeate your boundaries, okay? You're not going to go in there without protection. So this is a reminder to protect yourself spiritually, energetically. If you have to do this in a way that reflects in the physical world, you know, then do that. Like sometimes it's good to you know, use different lights in your house, like a night light, or even just a calming light at night that reminds you that you're safe. You know, maybe it's privacy, like just something as simple as getting better curtains, you know, whatever you need to do, even in the physical world, to reinforce that you are protected, that you are safe, then go. You should definitely do that. But I'm going to pull a different card. Let's see what else shows up for you here as the last message pile 2. A message from your guides. A message from your guides. Very cool. So we have the word magnetism again. Magnetism through gratitude. Yeah. See, you are the Queen of Cups. So let me take this back here. You are the Queen of Cups. You are, you know, a sensitive soul, and you care genuinely about others, and you really don't want anybody to suffer. But it's important, right? It's important as the Queen of Cups to maintain some boundaries, particularly emotional boundaries, and to nurture that inner world of yours, that inner world of fantasy and imagination and delight. Nurture that within you, because that's what really makes you thrive. So magnetism through gratitude is also about bringing that gratitude back to what you have within yourself. Maybe there is another relationship, maybe there is another friendship, a supportive friendship that you can turn to at this time. Maybe there's a hobby or a spiritual practice that you can turn to that will foster that gratitude. You know, I think you've kind of been drained by something that's been a bit heavy, dark, negative. Something has kind of taken you down this wayward path, but it's important to bring it back to the path of light. Okay, it's important to bring it back out of the shadows and to rejuvenate your soul, rejuvenate your spirit. Okay, so pile 2, that's your message. Thank you so much for being here, and I really wish you the best. If this was your message and it helped you, please do click the like and subscribe buttons. Feel free to comment, and you know, just share whatever you're comfortable sharing. But I really appreciate you being here, pile 2. Take care. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You selected the archetype, the Pilgrim. And we're just going to ask, what is the message from your guides? What do your guides need you to know at this time? So I already have one oracle card here selected. New beginnings. Wow. The Pilgrim and New Beginnings. So this card, the Pilgrim, this is about going on a journey of, going on a journey that's really about spiritual or, philosophical seeking. Okay, this is about going on a pilgrimage, right? When we think of the pilgrims and the pilgrimage, it is definitely related to traversing the landscape. The landscape itself is spiritual. It's really absorbing yourself in the delight of the world around you and seeing, God, or seeing creator, seeing source in your surroundings. Okay, so as the pilgrim, I feel like you're very receptive and open to those messages of guidance, to the messages of divine inspiration and messages from source. Okay, so with new beginnings, this is a very, very lovely affirmation that whatever you are embarking on is, your destiny. Okay, so beautiful start to your message here. So if that resonates with you, this is definitely for you. Again, this, it could be that you are somebody who is maybe you don't necessarily identify as a religious person or a spiritual person, right? But you are definitely someone who's been seeking a change in your life and seeking more meaning. And so maybe recently you've decided, I need to move, or I need to leave this career, I need to do this new line of work, or I need to do this new vocation. There's a new beginning in your life, and you created this new beginning for yourself because you are ready for something more meaningful. Okay, so pile 3, really awesome start to your reading. Let's see, what do your guides want you to know at this time? What is the message for you, pile 3? What is the message for pile 3? Okay, I have these cards to start with, and I'm also drawn to this deck, so let me go ahead. I'm going to take a couple cards from this deck. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands. Let me move this down. We have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Okay, interesting. Some of these cards were also in the previous 2 readings. So if any of the previous 2 readings was also calling to you, I would encourage you to check those readings out. We have the King of Swords, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, definitely seeing the travel theme, the journey, traveling abroad, traveling quite far. But there's an interesting feeling of reunion here, of a return. I feel like you're traveling somewhere that you have identified as like an ancestral home or a spiritual home. You really connect to the history of this place. Like, it's possible you've had a past life there. Maybe that's how maybe you have done past life work. But there's definitely something really special about a place that is both new and familiar. Okay, now if you're not traveling, if you're not on a trip somewhere in the near future, what I'm seeing is definitely this new beginning offering a new connection, a new sense of connection, a new sense of community and solidarity. It could be a person, an individual person who's like the spark, the someone who's instigating this, you know, like someone who is kind of guiding you into uh, this new social circle. Could be someone who is just encouraging you to explore, to be adventurous. But yeah, I do see a potential here for a relationship. So if you're single and you're looking for a relationship, I see a lot of positive energy that's encouraging you to be receptive to that. Okay. There's another message here about learning. It's about studying something, learning and applying new information. So for the new beginning, for some of you, whether it's traveling or moving to this new location, it's giving you a chance to apply a lot of what you've learned. It's giving you a learning, I'm hearing learning curve. It's like giving you a chance to really challenge yourself, challenge your set of knowledge. I think you've been studying something in depth, but you have not really put it into practice. So now you're going to get the opportunity to put it into practice. Okay, pile 3. So that's what we have so far. If this is resonating for you, this is your message. But don't worry if it's not. If you're not feeling like this is your message, then you know that's more than okay. You can turn off the video or switch to a different card, different pile to see if that's your message. Okay. So we have the world. These cards popped up. We have the world. We have the Crone of Spirals, which is in other decks known as the King of Wands. Very cool. And we have the Shadow. Okay. The Shadow relates to the Devil in other decks. Wow. The King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Wow. Okay, so yeah, there is I'm getting more of a sense that this is really about a work, career, or profession. Something about professional advancement. So yes, I am seeing potential for romance and potential for a new connection here, but I think even that is in the context of a work environment. And I feel like for you, pile 3, you are really encountering new opportunities for advancement in the work that you do, in the career, the vocation. There's just a lot of learning opportunities. There's a lot of connections, networking, opportunities for growth, advancement, raises, promotion. This is all around you, okay? I'm seeing this energy just kind of swirling around you. And I feel like your guides want you to know that there's a lot of excitement, but not to let it dissipate, right? You're going to need, in other words, this is not going to be sustained for a long period of time. You need to take advantage of it while it's happening. While this exciting new change is happening, take advantage of that kind of initial excitement, that initial sense of risk and adventure, and apply it in a very diligent way, okay? So they're asking you to, first of all, be mindful of any indulgent behaviors, extravagant spending. Be very mindful of that. Check yourself, check your budget, and do this in a positive mindset. Do this with a positive mindset. Do this with the mindset that you're not depriving yourself of any opportunity. You're simply guiding the opportunities. You're channeling these opportunities into something more fruitful in the long term. Okay, so it's about balancing that short-term idea, short-term opportunity with the long-term growth. You need to balance that somehow. I'm just transmitting what I'm getting. I don't really know how this would apply to you, but I think you know. Okay, so I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. So checking that tendency for extravagance, because again, there's so much excitement around you. This is a very exciting time, and you may be tempted to take advantage of every single opportunity that's coming your way. But what's more important is that you take advantage of the opportunities that have long-term viability, because by being a little bit more conscientious, disciplined, and focused, you are giving yourself the best chance of long-term success. And that's what your guides want you to remember, is that this is a marathon, not a sprint. The new beginning, I just heard a crow. So the new beginning is really about how you are transforming to a new position in life, to a whole new lifestyle, a whole new way of living, a whole new way of being. Okay, you're transforming that. Your entire world is transforming as a result of this new beginning. So it is about taking to heart that wisdom that's available to you now, because there's so much there's like a very positive, welcoming energy here. Like there's excitement for you. People are really excited for you to come into their world, and they want to just share everything with you. They want to give you knowledge. They want to give you the scoop. They want to give you information. So don't take that for granted, right? Use this situation to really apply these viable opportunities for a long-term purpose. Okay, so again, it's like not burning bridges. It's like just treating people and assuming that you're going to run into them again, right? Like, it's just making sure that you treat people with that with as excited as you are, as fun as things can be. Don't lose sight of the need to treat people with not just respect, but just with with a mindfulness. Okay, treat them with a mindfulness that they may end up being a very important person in the long term. Okay, it's not just like, I feel like you're in a bit of a whirlwind of excitement, and so sometimes it's important to just take a step back and put your energy, focus your energy a little bit more constructively. Okay. Wow, yeah, that's a lot. I know that's a lot. It's like I'm getting a lot at once, but I'm trying to just share the information in as straightforwardly as possible. But yeah, pile 3, that's your message. I think you're going through so much, so I don't want to overwhelm you, but I'm really excited for you. Okay, so we're gonna take one last card here as a final message from your guides. What is the message from your guides? What is the message from pile 3's guides? Did I say pile 1? I don't know. I meant to say pile 3, but you're pile 3. So your last message, no expectations. That's interesting. Yeah, no expectations. I have to look at the guidebook for this because the image is so interesting. We have a door. We have stairs going up to a door and the key to unlock that door. But we also have a, what is this, like a panther? Like we have a quite intimidating looking panther here. And the number is 22. If that resonates with you, the oracle card is number 22. A Black Panther. Okay. Interesting. Black Panther represents walking into the dark and exploring the feminine power of allowing development to come from the unknown. Walking into the unknown with no expectations is the key that will open the door to your success. Oh, that's really cool. The no expectations medicine of this card strongly advises you not to limit yourself with ideas about how anything will unfold. Life is planning something more delicious than you can currently understand. Something profound is on the horizon for you. Trust life without needing to be the dictator of how and when your manifestation will blossom into fruition. Intense expectations will only inhibit the ability of what is more extraordinary to develop. Take the risk for what you desire without the desperate need to control how it will unfold. Wow. A situation you perceive as a failure today may be what leads you to unfathomable success in 3 years. This is why an expectation of how you think things should work is futile. Understand that whatever occurs in your life is meant for your growth. Our misguided steps and our mistakes are our greatest teachers. Taking risks allows divine opportunities to present themselves. Take note if you are met with continuous resistance and rigid expectation. This is a universal sign that another direction is more beneficial. So take a step back and allow the path of least resistance to be revealed. This is not to say you should give up immediately, but it does warn that you may be unaligned with the flow. It may also be a signal that you just need to wait a bit longer. Black Panther is the queen of facing fears and taking risks to achieve your heart's desires. If you are questioning whether to go forward with an idea that feels totally uncertain, Black Panther's medicine asks you to go for it. Okay? Do not seek immediate gratification. Remember, the result may take time to unravel, but taking the risk to do what is best for you will always yield positive results. So, really cool. I do see how it shows up in the cards here, because with all the fiery energy, there is a lot of expectations, there's a lot of excitement, and yet with the shadow, right? The shadow and the world, it can be expectations that quickly become too overwhelming, and it may put you on this roller coaster, you know, of emotions, of just kind of putting all your eggs in one basket and taking a gamble, going all in, and then being disappointed if, you know, it doesn't work out. So I do think, to reiterate, you know, you're definitely entering this new world. It's going to change your whole lifestyle. It's going to change, you know, most likely going to change where you live, or you know, your daily life, because it's changing your career and where you work. But the best way to approach it is to, you know, try to be that level-headed person that you know, takes everything with a grain of salt, is very receptive, very open, and you know, wants to go with the flow, but keeping in mind, right? Keeping in mind that you have a long-term goal here, right? Remember, you're the pilgrim, so there is something very important guiding you, like a set of principles, or you know, it could be a religious faith, it could be a spiritual faith, a creed, but there is a set of, there's something guiding you, and so it's always important that, you know, you follow the guidance without needing to control everything that happens, without investing so much that you get disappointed if something doesn't work out the way you envisioned. Okay, so again, it's really about embracing this new world and being very appreciative and receptive to the new opportunities, but, you know, understanding that not all these opportunities will come to fruition. So it's always good to balance yourself. Definitely, you know, keep some money in the bank, or keep some resources saved, put aside. You know, don't be too what is that word? You know, again, the word I hear is extravagance. It's like, don't, that's the immediate gratification, right? Don't get carried away with excitement to the point that you are left, you're deterred, you're taken off track. Okay, you still have a pilgrimage to go on that's going to be for the long haul. Okay, it's a long-term journey that you're on. Okay, so yeah, take everything with stride and enjoy the journey. Absolutely enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, enjoy the uncertainty, enjoy not knowing how everything will turn out. Just know that you are guided, you are safe, you are inspired by the divine, by source. Okay, so that's what your guides want you to know today, and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your energy, pile 3. If this reading was helpful for you, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and, you know, feel free to share in the comments, of course. I would love to know what this meant to you. Okay, take care, pile 3.